Alright, what's going on, you popcorn eaters? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live, man, yet again. And today I just want to give you guys a really quick video on the movie Morbius. Let's get into it. So yeah, man, so watched this last night. Needless to say, we're going to spoil the whole thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Like, there's not much going on. So originally, I looked up the Rotten Tomatoes score there, and it's pretty trash on the movie. So I think at the time, it was like 17% on the critics and like 60 on the user score. Now, I'm not always going to say the reviews are the way to go, but you know what? They give you an insight of what you're going to walk into. So yeah, Morbius, man. God, I didn't even like. I walked out of there last night, and I'm not even joking. We watched it last night. I couldn't even think of like a positive thing to say about this movie. I was absolutely just struggling with the entire film. It was just really bad. So yeah, like we're gonna spoil it. So, Jared Leto is like the main actor there, and his character, he has some kind of disease that basically like he seems to be like barely able to walk. Like he's got like two canes basically. And he's in a lot of pain, and he's got a childhood friend who's the same way. I immediately knew the plot was going to make it that obviously he would turn into Morbius or whatever, and that his buddy would eventually become the villain. I knew that was going to happen. I called it. Yeah, so the pacing of the movie I thought was actually really bad. The movie's only like an hour and a half. It's a very quick movie. And I felt like it was long. I felt like much longer. And yeah, like the pacing was just kind of like, it was very quick. I don't find we learned about Morbius very much, like in a sense. We just kind of learned pretty much right away that he's going for a cure. Like he literally fixed, like he put like a spring into a machine, and then they were like, oh, you're gifted. So they just like, they're like, all right, we'll make you a scientist. I don't know. So yeah, there was just a few things like that I didn't understand. There's several scenes that didn't make any sense to me at all, like in like more of a realistic sense. There's a scene where he's on the rooftop, and the police officer, by the way, the two cops had no point in the movie. The main officer there comes up to him, and he's got the gun with him, and it was odd that he didn't like try to fight it. The only thing is like later on, Morbius learns that I don't even know what it is supposed to be, but he learns that there's basically like waves of like wind, I guess. And like he can like ride them, like he can literally like fly with them apparently. So I think that was like pushing him, and apparently that's why he just like gave up to one police officer with a gun, but yet he could like easily defeat him. So yeah, didn't understand that either. Like I said, yeah, so like the plot was, I mean, in my opinion, pretty trash. As soon as he gets like basically he mixes up like bat DNA with human DNA, and then like immediately becomes some like overpowered creature. When he moves, there's like a smoke effect. That'll come off his character. I don't really understand the point of that. I was wondering if it was supposed to just be like showing that he was moving incredibly fast or something, but it's weird. And depending on what color of like fabric he would wear, the color of that smoke would change. So I really don't know what that's supposed to be. I think the abilities of the character are neat. Like, you know, he's got like the echo communication, like, you know, like his eyes will change color, and he can like he can hear and see where things might be. From great distances. So that, I mean, that was kind of cool. The end battle with him and his childhood friend was trash. You couldn't see a darn thing. I literally was like squinting a few times to try to just make out who the hell was going where. Like you just watch it and you'll know. Like it's a mess. It's what it is. It's an absolute mess. It's just a disaster of a fight. And it was so anticlimactic because at the end he somehow can just control like bats. Like he's literally just going like that. Like it's like in Bleach, right? When you got the, I forget the Bankai name, but all the little swords, like the white, they're like pink, and they come at him. Yeah, like he can just control them with the palm of his hands. It was kind of the same idea, like palm of his hands, and all the bats flew towards Buddy, and he just gave him like an anti-venom and just instantly killed him. I thought it was hilarious. Like he was just like, ugh. The ending. So his like lady friend in the movie, who again doesn't really do a whole lot, gets like one drop of blood on her and wakes up right after, and her eyes are all red, and then like Morbius is just flying towards the camera, and it's like it ends. I was literally begging it didn't end like that, and it ended like that. It was absolute trash. Yeah, unfortunately, I really don't have anything to say good, like anything good to say about the movie. I was intrigued in the beginning because I thought it was going to be pretty violent. I think that will actually, and I'm not lying, I think that would have been a major plus. The, like, I'm not saying it needed, like, gore, but I'm saying it needed something, and, like, barely, like, any blood was in the movie. Like, couldn't get by that. I even called it. They don't even show it, but when the childhood friend shows up to the lab, there's like he's got like the two vials on the counter, so like clearly he could make his buddy what he is if he wanted to. And his buddy comes in, and you don't see him take them, and I immediately just knew how easy it was. I was like, "There's no way he didn't do that." Clearly he did. Clearly he took it and did that. Yeah, like overall with the movie, yeah, whatever. The end credit scenes were like okay. I mean, we're already spoiling it, but basically it looks like he's going to be linking up to the Spider-Man multiverse in some way. So we'll see how that kind of goes through, because Spider-Man, like Venom, all of them. So it would obviously be like all the people trying to take on Spider-Man, I assume. I forget who it is. I don't know if that's supposed to be like Green Goblin or something. I forget. And then the other one is from one of the earlier Spider-Mans. I just forget his name. Yeah, overall, movie trash. Don't waste your time. Don't pay for it. It just a mess of a movie. I mean, if it was like, if you want to like rip like a cam rip or something, you want to, you know what I mean? Like you want to do something like that, then I mean, I guess. But don't waste your time or money with it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Morbius. I should just start covering these shitty movies because I think they're more entertaining. All right, take it easy. Peace. Thanks for watching, you pencil pushers. If you guys want to check out my Instagram here, I've just got it in the background. It's Nick Daniels Photography with an underscore in between each word where I post every day. That's a lie. Thanks for watching. Peace.